Hey, good morning, everybody, and what a beautiful day. I am so glad you're here with me in Northern Illinois. I'm Rita Hickman, body mind expert, shiatsu massage therapist, and my mission in life, my calling is to help women, especially, learn how to love themselves, how to navigate this crazy world that we live in, especially looking at body mind, looking at how our body mind works, because that's been a really neglected part of us. You know, we go to Western medicine, and Western medicine focuses on the physicality and the symptoms. We go to, hey Kathy, we go to spiritual practices, and they talk about the mind and the thinking and negative thinking. But what's really been, hey Kara, what's really been missed out most of the time is the body mind, the connection that our nervous system plays in how we look at the world and experience the world. We can change our thinking, but if our body is still reacting to things, we're still going to have problems with it. And we won't even know why. Things are passed down generation to generation to generation. And so we can't simply change our thoughts by trying to change our thoughts. We're a system. We're not just, the 2 to 3 tablespoons of gray matter that we call our conscious mind. We're actually our nervous system and our gut and our heart and all that other great stuff. So for the next couple weeks, I've been talking about this great book that I'm reading. Oh, am I a little out of focus? Let's see. Is that any better? I hope so. Otherwise, we'll just have to focus on the audio. I'm not quite sure why I'm not out of focus. Hey, Amy, because I look pretty clear to myself. Anyways, talking about the book Opportunity and different mental paradigms and different ways of looking at the world. So today we're going to be talking about experience. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Kathy. I'm glad it got better. Thanks for letting me know. So Opportunity, Eben Pagan, a great marketer and author that I love. And he's talking about mental models to look at the world. And today we're talking about the mental model of experiential education. So I've been doing experiential education since the very beginning. My bachelor's degree is in elementary education for kindergarten. And because of that, I was always about hands-on sorts of things, manipulatives, and how do we learn through play and learning and moving. And that dove me into the Association for Experiential Education, which was all about climbing and team building and using physical experiences in order to make an impact, in order to learn something. So for a couple years, many years, I taught team building. So I taught high ropes courses, I taught climbing walls, took people on climbing trips, and even did all the team building stuff, where you have to get across the fiery river, your whole team without, putting your foot into the lava, stuff like that. I would do that for anywhere from 5th grade to corporations, and I would teach them team building. Now, one of the great things about experiential education is that it doesn't just work on your conscious mind and on your thoughts. It works on your whole self. Now, the problem with me, personally, is that I like to be comfortable. Hey, Sherry, great to see you. And so experiential education and being comfortable don't necessarily go hand in hand. And so if given the choice where I can sit on the couch and read a book and look outside and learn something that way, with my snacks and my chocolates and something crunchy and salty and fizzy and, I would so much rather learn that way. It would be awesome because I don't have to do anything and I can watch the squirrels run by and just somehow by osmosis, I'm going to get all this stuff. And the other reason I don't like doing experiences is because I feel stupid. I feel like I need to walk in and be a master at something. I feel like everybody's going to be judging me, and I need to be instantly good. And any mistakes that I make, I'm supposed to be this guru, not even just in my real life, just in personal life. You walk into a class and you think you're supposed to be, at this high level, and you're not. And that's a problem. Hey, Regine. you're not at this level of mastery and you make mistakes and it's annoying and frustrating. Hey, Anne, it's annoying and frustrating and you really don't want to go through that whole process. But the neat thing that I learned from teaching people how to, walk across fires of lava and not put their foot in. Hey, Hannah Lisa, wow, we've got a busy morning. The reason that that changed my mind is experiential education is really you creating a hypothesis. Yeah, Kathy said I was out of focus too. I'm not quite sure why. Let's try this. Is that a little bit better? Let me know. Okay, so experiential education is really where you take, hey, look, Darlene, a hypothesis. You create an idea in your head about maybe how you're going to get across this, ocean of fire. And then you test out the idea. And then by testing out the idea, you're getting feedback, real world feedback from the people who are with you, plus from the situation. And then after you get that feedback, you do a little powwow with yourself and a self-reflection, either with you or with the group. And you figure out how you could tweak it or how you could make it better. So instead of walking in and thinking, wow, couldn't I just learn this by sitting on the couch and reading a book? Wouldn't that be great? Instead, oh, well, that's weird. I guess today's video isn't turning out too great. I hope everybody can hear me at least. It's about taking the hypothesis, experimenting with it in the world, looking at your hypothesis and seeing if you're right or wrong, and that cements it into your mind. It's a whole different way of looking at learning. Hey, Lillian, and looking at experiential learning. It goes from watching a video on YouTube about how to do something and then trying it and failing miserable. Your cake looks nothing like Cookie Monster, looks nothing like, the Princess Castle, and testing out your hypothesis and tweaking it. When you go in with this mindset, you're not a novice who's trying to master a skill. You're a person who's curious about how things work. And you're testing out that curiosity and not just seeing how they work in the real world, but seeing how they work for you. People can tell you all day long how to run a business or grow a business. And really what it is how it worked for them. Hey, Cindy, how it worked with their personality style and their quirks and their skills and their gifts. That's really what they're telling you is their unique way of growing or running a business. But that might or might not be your way of doing it. You have to create a hypothesis. Is this a great idea? What if for once in my life I stand up for myself and I set a boundary? I'm curious how that's going to work. So then you go out, you set the boundary, you watch it, reflect it, get real world feedback. Oh, this worked about it, but that didn't work. Maybe I was too aggressive. Maybe I was too, passive about it. Maybe nobody heard me. And so I set a boundary, but it didn't really work. And then you self-reflect on it, you look at it, and then you do it again. You tweak it, and you get better at it and better at it. This is a whole 180 from thinking, I need to master this, I need to learn this, why isn't this easier? I'm frustrated, I'm aggravated, I just can't get it. That's a mindset that will make you fail because you're going to give up. That's a very negative mindset that you have about something. We do it all the time, don't we? We read an article or we watch something on YouTube and then we go out and we try it and it's an epic fail because we don't know what we're doing. And then we get mad and we don't try it again. We say, see, I told you, it didn't work. All right? That's how that path works, that paradigm or model works. But if you look at it with, I'm going to create a hypothesis. I'm going to create an idea about how this might work. And then I'm going to test it out. And then once I test it out and I get feedback from people and they say, oh, that was an epic fail, or I really liked that part of it, or this really worked well. One of the things Eben does with his wife is every time they have a conflict, after the conflict, they have a powwow to see how did that go? How did we each contribute to this? What was going on? It would be great if we had more people in our lives that we could have a conflict or a disagreement And then on the other side of it, say, hey, how did this happen? How did we get here? What do we want to do about it? Instead of getting mad, giving up, throwing in the towel, walking away, and saying, you know what, I'm done. Hey, Cindy, good to see you. I'm done. It didn't work. It was, why bother? I'm going to go back to sitting on the couch and watching my YouTube videos. So when you make that slight mental shift, it's night and day from going in, I'm going to try this. I better be good at it. Try it once, see if it works. Mindset to, you know what? Maybe this will work. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. How much fun is this? How exciting. It changes your life and your world from I'm so miserable to isn't life exciting? Because it's a super big experiment. And the more comfortable you get with doing these experiments in every aspect of your life, the more comfortable you get with taking bigger risks because you understand how it works. So experiential education isn't walking into, let's say, a Reiki class, learning Reiki, and then starting a business over the weekend. Maybe you start the business with the understanding that, you know what, I don't have any idea about what I'm really doing. And we're going to experiment and try out different things and see what I like. See what works well with me. What business model, seems to fit with my personality. And you try it out. And you keep, processing and tweaking it and saying what worked and what didn't work. That's the mindset that will keep you moving forward and keep your life going great. And so especially if you've got a negative thought about something, if you've tried something in the past, this will never work. I tried it once. It was an epic failure. When you try it with that spirit of curiosity and openness, then what happens is you are rewiring yourself. You're taking yourself out of that pocket of negative thinking, of this negative belief that it'll never work for you. And you're turning it into a reality that if you keep processing it, if you keep trying and tweaking and learning and reading and experimenting and getting feedback, that you're going to get good at it. That's just the way it works. And you don't have to be a master. You just need to be good enough to take that piece and use it in your life. And once you've got it, your brain is rewired, your body is rewired, and you've got this level of confidence that will take you to the next step of transformation in your life. So it's no longer, oh, I tried this, it didn't work. Now it's, I'm going to try this. I wonder what'll happen. This'll be cool. When you've got that different mindset, your whole life changes. Because now you've got this attitude that's fun and interested and interesting. And people want to go on your adventure and your journey with you because now they're curious too. They want to be a part of it. So if you really want to rewire your negative thinking and your negative beliefs and your past, what you need to do is put down the judgmentalisms, put down the idea that you need to be good at something or you're failing or you're making mistakes or you'll never figure it out. And instead, look at it as a big experiment in life. And when you do that, everything changes. How you view the world changes. No expectations, Kathy, that's right. How you view the world changes, how you view yourself changes, and you keep spiraling up because you keep trying things and seeing if they're a good fit for you and seeing if you can figure them out. All right? So that's the mental model that we're working on today. I want you to take one thing that you've always wanted to do in your life and you've thought about yourself and you said, I could never do that. I could never figure this out. I could never set boundaries. I could never get in a fight with somebody. I could never be that person. I could never walk onto stage. Think about that. Take one thing, and remember, we don't do big things. We do medium things, okay? So find something that's medium or small that you can try out and experience and go in thinking, you know what, this is probably going to fail. And that's okay. It's supposed to. One of the neat things that Ebbins learned that he's shared in his book about business and marketing is only 1 out of every 5 ads that he does will actually be successful. 1 out of every 5. And he's been doing this for decades, and he makes millions and millions and millions of dollars. And that's true about a lot of stuff in life. And business, too. I've learned that in business. Only like 1 out of 5 things that you try are going to be successful. And you don't know what they're going to be. So you have to try them and get feedback to find out what's going to work. So you can come up with this brilliant idea that you read in a book that somebody said about something else, and try the brilliant idea and it fails. Or you can say, you know what, this is probably going to fail, and that's okay, because this is all about, getting good at something or changing my mindset. This is all about making a change in my life, and not just getting over the next hurdle, but actually changing how I view the world and how I engage with the world, okay? One medium thing that you would like to use experiential education for, and keep in mind, you have learned when your behavior has changed. When you engage with something different, when you do something different, that's when you've learned it, when your behavior has changed. So don't just think you've learned something because you've read a book or watched me talk about it today, which is awesome. This is a great motivator and to get you started. You've really learned it when you look at your life and you say, you know what? I do this differently than I did before. And that's the goal, to make that really positive transformation and change. Hey, Daniel, good to see you. All right, so do your homework assignment today. Tomorrow I'm going to be on the road, so you'll get an on-the-road vacation pick, a vacation live stream. I'm going to Ohio and then Indianapolis for the Indy 500. So, yes, I would love to see you all tomorrow morning from Ohio, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Love this, share this, like this, record it, whatever you need to do, because let's get us all on a really good path and a good track, okay? I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.